So, Mr. Hajra, can I start this program? Are you
Yeah,
there?
sure. Yeah,
Okay, thank you, sir.
yeah.
Good evening and welcome all present here. Today, MHRD IIC sections of Narula Institute of Technology is going to organize a very wonderful session on entrepreneurship and innovation as career opportunity. So, our honorable guest already present here. It will be my privilege to introduce our speaker, Mr. Orijit Hajra. He is India's first techno-spiritual entrepreneur. He started his first startup at the age of 22 while still a student of BTech in Computer Science Engineering in Swami Vivekananda Institute of Science and Technology, and filed his first patent in robotics and electronics domain at the age of 23. He has experience in several fields like artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, robotics, IoT, blockchain, data science, game development, web on app development, digital media marketing, and social media marketing, etc. He has completed a course on technology-based entrepreneurship and development program from IIT Kharagpur. He is currently doing research on brain-computer interfacing in invisible technology, AI-based operating system. He has mentored more than 50,000 students all over India. Presently, his latest company, Think Again Lab, promoting techno-spiritual research and innovation in India through workshop, hackathon, hands-on training, internship, awareness camp of the youth, and to create a research, innovation, entrepreneurial ecosystem in India. Welcome, sir, once again in the sessions. I would like to request, please take over the sessions, and now this platform is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for such a lovely welcome note. And thank you so much to all the students to time and joining this session and showing your interest for entrepreneurship and innovation. So this session is to be a little bit interesting, and I don't want to just talk like other people, other speakers, and you are just going to listen to me. It will be an interactive session because I always like to talk with people so that I can learn from you as well as you can learn from me. So I will ask few questions, I will ask certain things that is not related from your books for sure, so that you don't need to prepare for it. So it's very generic questions, generic. It's not a question. It's a conversation between you and me, all the students and me. So please be active while I'm asking question. Unmute yourself and give the answer, so that because you can see that I am not having a presentation. So you are going to throw me the questions that I am going to speak throughout the session, right? Because if I am just speaking about a presentation, that will be very much boring. So I want to speak to all of you so that I can really address my note that is very specific to your queries, rather than only speaking what I want to speak, because these sessions are getting organized by your college. Your professors and faculties are putting so much effort to invite us, maintaining all the operational part for doing this kind of event, just only because of you, so that you can get something that can be helpful for your life. So if I am coming up with a presentation and presenting certain topics of my choice, that's not going to be helpful for you, right? And as because these sessions are dedicated for you, so the questions need to come from you. So maybe it is the first session in your life where your teacher or the mentor or the speaker is giving you the opportunity to ask question rather than answer questions, right? So I think that will be the first interesting thing you are having in this session. So my first question to all of you, we are talking about entrepreneurship and innovation, right? So what is entrepreneurship according to you? And I'm not asking about any formal definition. I'm just asking what you understand, because if you have joined this session, I hope it's not for certificate. It's for certain interest you are having in innovation and entrepreneurship. So anybody can just unmute their self and give me the answer according to you. What is entrepreneurship?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, sir. According to me, entrepreneurship is a process where we can solve a particular problem, real life problem, in a new, innovative way, so that it's accessible or it's affordable to everyone and getting monetary value through this.
Okay, fantastic. So it's a very formal definition of entrepreneurship. Thank you, Bijesh. After a long time, I just heard about your speaking. After that
Yeah.
thing, so Bijesh, I know Bijesh from long time. He participated in our think camp, and we had lots of fun over there. So thank you so much, Bijesh. Anybody else? What is entrepreneurship?
Can I speak in Hindi,
Sir,
sir?
running
Absolutely, any language. I understand Chinese, Hindi, Bengali, English. If you can speak in these languages, I can talk to you.
एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप बेसिकली सर कोई डेली लाइफ में जो मेजर प्रॉब्लम है जो लोग ट्रेडिशनल वे से टैकल कर रहे हैं उस चीज को सॉल्व करना विथ इनोवेशन एंड विथ टेक्नोलॉजी विद द हेल्प ऑफ इनोवेशन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी
Okay, okay. Anybody else? Thank you so much, Satyam. Your name is Satyam, right?
सत्यम कमल
Yeah. Thank you so much. Anybody else who want to give any different? There is no right and wrong because we are talking about something that is very generic and that is not that much specific that you have to give the Newton's law and that you cannot change. So anybody can speak their heart out and what is entrepreneurship according to you? Anybody else?
Sir, new business.
Okay. I got the cue point for my next question. So we are talking about making money, solving problem, and etc. 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 Right? Then how this entrepreneurship is different from business? Because in business we are also solving problems, we are also making money, and etc. 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 Right? So how this entrepreneurship and business is different from each other?
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. Shubit, this is Shubit.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, according to me, entrepreneur and business both are different. Means little bit different. Why it is? Because if we talk about the business, it's working on the previous formula. You can say, and like in back 100 years, what is going on? We are following that tradition and doing that way, and the entrepreneur is like little bit different, like we add some new creativity, or you can say we are our main focus is solve the problem or to value the people, not the main focus, not the earning money. So that is little bit different from the business.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a great answer. So at first we need to understand that. Thank you so much, Sumit. That's a great answer. Thank you so much. I am enjoying this session very much. You guys are very much responsive, and I really love to have this kind of sessions where people are so much engaging. That's make my work a little bit less stressful, so that I can speak to you and just make this thing more interesting. So at first, we need to understand what is entrepreneurship. Is it a profession? Is it a designation? What is this thing? And why in 2020, 2019, or after 2015-16, why this entrepreneurship is so much a buzzword and why it's the need of the hour? When I started entrepreneurship, my college, I am not going to tell the name of the college, but my college restricted me from doing this thing, saying that it's not having any future, right? Because it's not their fault, because the curriculum, the notifications from the boards and all those kind of stuff was against entrepreneurship. But after we have started, many people, other people have started, and it's becoming a trend right now. So there must be a reason behind it and why it was prohibited at the time when we have started in 2015-14 at that time, right? So entrepreneurship is not a profession. It's not a designation. It's a mindset. So first of all, we need to understand that when we are talking about entrepreneurship, it doesn't mean that anybody who is trying to become an entrepreneur, they have to start their own business, right? Because it's not possible. If everybody is becoming an entrepreneur and creating their own business, then who is going to work in that business, right? So entrepreneurship is nothing to do with making a business or not, right? If you're opening your own company or not. So entrepreneurship is a mindset to solve a problem, a existing problem in a unique way, right? That the answer, who has given the answer, the name was Shubir. Shubir has told that solving a existing problem in a creative way. That's absolutely true, right? So you can solve that problem being in a company, being in an organization, creating your own organization. Anything can happen. Just a second. Sorry for the interruption. So entrepreneurship is a mindset where we are trying to solve problem with our acquired knowledge, right? And engineering is same. So all the engineers are by their nature entrepreneurs. Even if they are joining a company, even if they are going to other organizations, it doesn't count. So we have a very similar term with entrepreneurship, that is intrapreneurship, right? So do anybody know about what is intrapreneurship?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is entrepreneurship?
When you forming a organization within a company.
Exactly. So from this point, we can understand that this entrepreneurship is nothing to form your own company or not. So it's a very vague thought and very wrong conceptions moving around and going around in the youth right now. That if I want to become an entrepreneur, I have to start my own company. Now, entrepreneur and being a CEO is not always same, right? So it's not always that a successful entrepreneur is a successful CEO, because for being a CEO, the qualities you will require cannot match with entrepreneur all the time. So maybe you are an innovator, right? You have completed your BTech and you are innovator, you know particular domains and you can innovate in that domain, right? You can make, suppose take an example, you can make good electronics circuits, right? Now if you think that that particular skill will help you to grow a business, make a business, that's not true. Always, I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I'm saying that it's not true always, right? Now what happens? Few people start their own company with having a technological knowledge and they fail. Why they fail? Because when you are starting to run a business or a company, you need several other skills rather than only the technological skills, right? Maybe you are the best person who can build a best website in this world, but it doesn't mean you can run a website development company. And we have to analyze our own selves to check whether we are having all the necessary personality traits to run a company or not. And if you don't have it, it's nothing wrong. You can club with other companies, you can club with other entrepreneurs, you can club with other CEOs, you can club with other companies and work not for them, you can work with them, right? So when we actually recruit entrepreneurs in a company, and not only entrepreneurs, whenever we recruit someone in our company, we never say that work for us. We always say it's a team and you are as valuable as the CEO of the company, that is me, and you are working with us, not for us, because that master slave relationship needs to be demolished if we want to grow and if we want to become a developed country from a developing country, right? Because if I am recruiting an entrepreneurial mindset candidate in my company, and if I try to suppress them, overdo them, dominate them, they are either going to break the organization or they are going to bounce off from the organization, right? So we always prefer that people work with us so that we can work for a particular singular goal or a objective, and we can reach that objective only when all the people in the organization having the same goal with same enthusiasm, working for same mission and vision, right? So entrepreneurship as a whole is a mindset where you never ever fear from failure, and you are not having a word called give up in your dictionary. So tell me one thing, what is the opposite word of success?
Failure.
Failure.
What is the opposite word of success?
There is no opposite or of success.
Okay, anybody else? Fine.
Not taking action.
Not taking action, right? So the first thing we need to change from our mind if we really want to become an entrepreneur or an innovator, right? The first thing we need to change from our mind, that is, failure is not the opposite word of success. Why? Suppose you are coming to Kolkata from 100 kilometers apart, some city or something like that, right? So after every mile or every kilometer, you will see a milestone that Kolkata is X kilometer away, Kolkata is X minus 1 kilometer away, and this is that kind of thing, right? And when you reach the Kolkata, it's written that zero Kolkata, 0 kilometer, right? So this last milestone is the milestone of success, that you have reached Kolkata. And the rest of the milestones you have seen so far in your journey is the milestones of failures. So if you don't cross through this milestone, you can never come to Kolkata. So accordingly, failure is part of the success. So I recently have created a research and innovation center in Bardwan, and I have painted all the walls with some quotes, some design, some graffiti, and all those kind of stuff. That was my dream classroom I have made over there. So there is an equation written in the wall that created by me, that success equals to summation. We all know about summation sign. Summation of failures from the first try to the last try, right? So success is itself the summation of all the failures you are getting from the trials to achieve the success. This is the first rule of entrepreneurship and innovation. Maybe people see the success of the people who have become entrepreneurs, because in social media, in outer world, we only publish the success stories, not the failure stories. I highly prefer that there should be a platform where people talk about failures, not successes, so that people can understand, the people who are following them, that success is not a individual isolated thing. It's a accumulation of all the failures you are having in your life. So anybody can ask me, then what is the opposite of success? The opposite of success is give up. So if you are giving up on any attempt where you are getting the failures, and if it's not the last milestone of the success, then you are ending the trials in failures, and you are never reaching at the success, right? So give up is the opposite word of success, not failure. So if we can rewrite the dictionary of our life and put the opposite antonym of success as give up, not the failure, then we are on the right track to become an innovator and entrepreneur. This is the first lesson you need to get. Because in our life, specifically I'm talking about myself, from the time I just open my eyes in the morning, and from that time when I'm going to sleep, I have to encounter hundreds and thousands of failures a day. But people recognize my success because they see the success story of all the attempts in my social medias, and all the people talk about my successes. But there are millions of failure behind that, and it's not your fault. Our education system, specifically our examination system, has put something in our brain that getting failures is bad, but it's not. Getting failure, it means you are trying, and one day Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, you are reaching the success milestone. Failing an examination, failing in a paper is not the end of your life. And that is the reason of so many increasing number of suicide, depressions, drug addicts. There are several kind of stuff, right? Because we always know that if I am getting 90% marks, then I am going to celebrate this occasion with my friends. But if I am getting less than 30% marks, what I'm going to do? Do we really have any failure plans in our life? That how to celebrate failures, how to learn from it? Because if in a year you are getting 10 success, you are going to get 10,000 failures. And this success and failures accumulately create the moments of our life. Now, if you know how to celebrate those 100 success and don't know how to celebrate or how to learn from that 10,000 failures, then most of, rather 90% of your life is unplanned, depressed, frustrated. Then we are not living a good life, because you are becoming an entrepreneur, you are doing a job, you are learning something. Why? What is the purpose of doing that thing? To live a good life, to live a peaceful life, to have memorable moments in your life. Now, if you have to just cut out 10,000 moments and only keep 100 moments from every year, then if you are living a year of 60 years, your lifespan is 60 years, you are only living 6 years, and 54 years is used to forget 54 years, right? So you are using that 6 years to forget this 54 years, because they are cumulative failures of your life. So we never understand, we never recognize that we have to celebrate and learn from the failures. Like the founder and the wife of the founder of Wipro said a very great word, that occasional failures are very much important in our life, because consistent success makes us arrogant. So if you are not getting failures, like it happens with me, God has planned my life so smoothly that he or she or it, whatever the God is, I don't know, I am very small person to discuss about that. So whatever it is, so it has planned my life in such a way that it don't let me become arrogant by giving me back-to-back success. Whenever I am getting a big success, it just comes with some failures with it, right? So that I can understand, yesterday I was good, I get something, today is not my day, I am losing something, but I have to learn from these failures so that again tomorrow I can get the success. So if you are not learning how to handle failures in your college life, school life, and in your education life, then your education is not complete education, because you are not learning how to handle your 54 years. You are only understanding how to handle your 6 years, and you are not living a life for 54 years, right? So for becoming entrepreneur and innovator, you have to understand how to handle failures, because most of your life is total of failures, right? Now, what is this failure? So innovation and entrepreneurship, both of these things are a way of converging tries to reach a goal. So what is converging tries to reach a goal? So suppose, so convergence means something is meeting at a point, and divergence means something is aparting from a point, right? So converging tries to meet our goal means the point which needs to be made is the goal. And in the first attempt, suppose here is the bullseye, right? On the first attempt, we hit the bullet here. So on the next attempt, so it's a failure. But on the next attempt, our try should be that the bullet should hit something between this point. It shouldn't go this way, right? So I'm not telling that do failures again and again, right? That's not also true. You have to have a very convergent path of failure. So On the first attempt, I am hitting over here. On the second attempt, I am hitting over here. On the last attempt, I am hitting on the bullseye. That is the success point, right? So it's only possible if you can take the failures with absolute enthusiasm and understand that how much you are deviating from the success. That we always do in our chemistry, physics practical, but we always forget because at that time we are very busy to just copy it from some friend's notebook that I have to just write down the readings and I can take the signature of the teacher and just get out of the lab, right? But if you consciously going through your engineering career, your classes, your lab practicals, you can learn a hell lot of things from that, right? That in every case we are trying certain things in a converging way, that we know that is the goal point, that is the success point, and we have to make converging trials, right? So that's the second learning of entrepreneurship and innovation, that you have to make failures, you have to face failures, but you are not going to do same failure again and again. And it's only possible if you are consciously doing the failures. If you are just doing the failures and forgetting about it, it's not going to work. And we generally do that stuff because we always want to forget the failure moments. That मेरे साथ गलत हो गया, मेरे साथ बुरा हो गया, I don't want to remember that. No, you have to remember it. And you have to remember it consciously, that why that failure occurs, why that particular friend dumped me, why that particular relationship broken, why I got 30 marks in my exam. This why can help you to get the how of getting the success on the next attempt, right? So this why is very much important. So we all are like something. So when we are riding something, suppose you have booked a Uber, right? So what we do, we just plug in our earphones, close the doors, close the windows, and we just keep looking at our phones. And when our ride is ending, we never know, because we are not conscious about the ride, and we have the faith that there is a driver who is driving the car, and we don't need to be conscious about the ride. And in this way, what is happening? We are losing the enjoyment of the ride, and that the same thing is happening with our own life. We are not conscious about our daily moments, our daily livings. We are just living the life. We are not actually consciously analyzing what is happening with us and why it's happening, why we are getting the failures, why we are getting the successes, why we are getting 90% marks, why you are not getting the 90% marks, why somebody is dumping us, why friends are cheating us. So what happens if you are not analyzing this stuff? You will do the same mistake again and again, and that is not the right way. So I am not asking you to do the same failures, same wrong thing again and again. What I am telling, doing a mistake for once, twice, it's okay. But what you need to do, you need to be very much conscious that how it happened, why it happened, and how I can make it perfect so that it's not happening in the future. So this is the next lesson for entrepreneurship, that you have to make the failures very consciously. Last thing, so not last thing, so next point is what is the right time to do entrepreneurship, and what are the particular traits is required to do entrepreneurship, right? So at first I have told you that entrepreneurship is not a designation, it's not a profession, it's absolutely a mindset. So being a student, being an employee, being a teacher, being anything, you can be an entrepreneur in your mind. So it's about mind game. So if you are using your acquired knowledge to solve a problem in a very unique way, you are an entrepreneur. So a farmer is an entrepreneur, a Toto rickshaw owner is an entrepreneur, right? All these people who are trying to solve a problem in a very unique way, they all are entrepreneurs. Even if they are doing a business or not, it doesn't count, right? At least according to me. I am not going to get into the MBA definitions of entrepreneurship. This is my experience, what I have got throughout the 4 years, 5 years journey of entrepreneurship, right? So Being in college in first year, second year, third year, fourth year, maybe you cannot become a CEO, maybe you cannot become a businessman, but you can become an entrepreneur. Suppose your friends are struggling with certain chapters and they cannot understand those chapters and they are seeking help, and you have already completed those chapters and you can help them out. Prepare a note, and it's not like selling question papers. I'm just asking about just letting them understand. Prepare a note, prepare a presentation, ask them for a Google Meet discussion, and try to teach them. It's entrepreneurship because you are solving some other people's problem in a unique way. Because it's unique because they didn't find the way you are teaching till now. That's why they couldn't understand it. Next thing, suppose you are saying that there are several friends of yours who love to wear printed t-shirts and they are not getting it right. So you just collaborate with certain companies or certain printing press and help them to get those things done, and you are charging a small amount of money for doing that stuff. It is entrepreneurship. And for these things you don't need to open a company. So first you need to get out of that ego zone, that for becoming entrepreneurship I need to have a visiting card written that I am the CEO of it. CEO is not a designation, it's a responsibility. And when you will be capable of getting that responsibility, handling that responsibility, people will come to you to give that responsibility, that become our CEO, or just join our company, or let's start a company together. I am just giving the money to open up the company, the place, and all those kind of stuff. But before that time, because it's not possible in first year, but you can become an entrepreneur in your first year by solving the problem around you. Like you know about robotics, your friends cannot want to learn, but they are not getting a chance to learn it, right? So you can teach them, you can give them certain kits through which they can learn. So entrepreneurship is all about solving problems with your acquired knowledge. Anybody who is solving problems with their acquired knowledge are entrepreneurs, right? So it can be done in first year, second year, third year, fourth year, even in schools, even in your class 5, class 6, class 7, class 8. So why I am trying to give you a distorted definition of entrepreneurship which is not matching with the MBA colleges, because I want to let you understand that for being an entrepreneur you don't need to become a CEO of a company, because there are several failure stories, and after that those people who have failed, they keep telling people that entrepreneurship is bad and it's not everybody's cup of tea. So if you think that becoming a CEO is entrepreneurship, then it's not everybody's cup of tea. Because for becoming a CEO, owning a business, running a business, you need to have several traits. You need to know how to handle people. You need to know how to handle conflicts. You need to know the legalities. You need to know how to recruit people. You need to know how to get funding. You need to know how to build products, the legal compliances. So there are a hell lot of things that you need to know. But for entrepreneurship, even if you know how to build good websites, that can make you an entrepreneur by helping other people to build their websites. And in the journey, in this process, in these 4 years or 3 years, you can learn the other traits, or you can get other people with the complementary skills and build a company after completing the college or at the 4th year or something like that. So it's not like that if you want to become an entrepreneur, you always need to open a company, then only you can become an entrepreneur. That's a very wrong conception, and you have to change that conception if you really want to become an entrepreneur. Even if you can work like an entrepreneur with 100 companies, right, who are working on different fields, and they can use your particular skills to monetize things, and you can get a percentage out of it. Right. So entrepreneurship, when you are talking about entrepreneurship, the college, the school is the greatest time to start entrepreneurship, because why we are getting educated? To use our knowledge to solve problems. Now, if we are solving problems with our acquired knowledge, inherently we have become entrepreneurs, even if we are not having a company. So this is a very generic equation, and we have to understand this stuff, then you can become an entrepreneur in your first, second, third year, right? Next thing, now get into the real stuff of entrepreneurship and innovation. That is how to develop products and how to really build a business and how to really get to the customers and all those kind of stuff. So for innovation, can anybody tell me where innovation starts? With which subject innovation starts? Anybody?
With the problem, with a certain problem.
Yeah, but I'm yeah, absolutely. With the problem, we start with innovation, but I'm talking about the solution. So I am reframing the question. With which subject the solution starts?
Uh, Art and philosophy.
Art and philosophy. Then why?
Because each and everything started with the with creation, and when it's create, it's faces some problems, and from the problem we have to find the solution, and from that uh, innovation started.
Okay. Uh, More or less, it's the right answer, but I am making it a little bit simple with examples, and that can help you to understand what is actually innovation and how innovation starts and how innovation is really get a form through a product and how we can really build products out of our knowledge, right? So innovation always start with art. Why and how? Tell me one thing, that before building a helicopter, who first built a helicopter? Who first innovated helicopter?
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci, right? So Leonardo da Vinci was not a scientist. He was a philosopher and an artist. And why innovation always starts from the artist or the art? The reason behind it, art can be of many form. It can be a written form, like a poet, a poetry, prose, write up, or anything like that. It can be a drawing. It can be a movie, anything like that, right? But art don't comes with technology foundation. So if I am trying to build certain things that can help me to go beyond the solar system today, I have technological foundations, and it takes many years for me or any innovator to cross that technology foundation. But for an artist, they can draw something from imagination, from something philosophical, and they are not having any foundation to create that stuff. So all innovation start from art. Even if for any bigger company, like suppose we are a company, a research company who works on robotics, IoT, we build machines, robots, and all those kind of stuff. But when somebody come to us that we are having a problem and we want a machine for this, how we really do that stuff? Are we really go to the market, buy the components, start building the machine? Absolutely no. What is the process? First, we draw the machine's mechanism, the mechanical drawing, we say, right? And we do it for again and again through different iterations, that bullets is firing here and there to meet that bullseye. When we and the client come to a certain point that the mechanism of this drawing or the 3D animation or this kind of artistic thing is working properly, and they finalize the stuff, we go on the next step. So the first step of building certain things, like suppose one of you want to build an app. It's a revolutionary app. So what they do, they either try to learn how to develop apps, or they try to get 5-6 more friends who can develop apps and try to start the building the app. But where is the market validation? That whether people will like it or not, and whether you can really convey what you really want to your friends, or you are really building something that the customer is requiring or not. But if you are building the wireframe, so wireframe is that artistic part of app development where you are building the absolutely bare frame structure of the app through pen, pencil, or certain software or something like that, where you have designed all the screens of the app, and later on you can create a prototyping out of it by adding certain colors and all those kind of stuff. So you can do it without anybody's help. Without even learning app development. You can take a blank paper, you can take a white copy, a pencil, and you can start building your app. Because when other people will come to you that what you are building, we are interested, so you can show them, rather tell them that I want to build this. And when you are showing that stuff to them, they will be interested to work with you, because they can see a visionary leader within you, that the person whom we are going to work with, he is not only talking, he is showing us something. And if he can show us that thing, and if there are 5 people in your team, all the people are on same platform and they are seeing the same thing, and they're understanding what is the next procedures, right? So for any engineering development, for any kind of app development, software development, whatever kind of thing you are trying to build, I am talking about these things because you are from an engineering college, that's why I'm talking about these things. But innovation never bounded only within technology, right? So innovation can be done with anything, art, creativity, anything. But I am talking about these particular fields because you are from these fields. Now, next step is, now you need to get proper guidance, not certificates, right? To get doing a final year training, you are going to certain institutes who are giving you certificates, and that really not going to work in your life, because you are not your resume, you are what you can do. And those institutes are not teaching you how to really build stuff, and that's why they are not providing you with job, they are not providing you with internship, because they are not confident with their own teachings. They are not teaching you app development by letting you develop apps. Like Videsh has joined the think camp, so anytime you can just talk to Videsh that what he has experienced in think camp. They have worked with real communication devices, antennas, and all those kind of stuff to learn about IoT. They have communicated with RF, NRF, and Bluetooth, and all this kind of RFID, all this kind of stuff. They have built real robots, real communication devices within 36 hours. And by this process, they have learned this thing. And in that think camp, they all didn't only learn, they teach to the peers. We have given them certain topics, they have to come up with a presentation, they need to go to the board. So you need to go to certain institutes or certain places who are really working with the industry, not only those places who are only providing training. So suppose you are learning from someone who is teaching people for last 10 years to develop apps, but who have not developed a single app in their life. Do they really can teach you how to develop an app? Not really. So I personally feel that if you are going to a training institute or anywhere to do any training, if you cannot learn by yourself, so the best way to self-learn, right? I am not asking that you need to come to Think Again Lab and only then you can learn. That I'm not saying. The best way to self-learn, and that's what we particularly inject in any kind of students who are coming to us. So if you can self-learn, that is the best way. But if you feel that I have to learn faster with a professional mentor who have really done the thing I want to do. If you want to build a robot, only that person who has built a robot can teach you, not the person who have completed certain training or something like that and having a degree out of it, right? So you have to change this mindset that getting a certificate with certain logos is not going to change your career path, because right now companies have become smart and they have only in government job. I cannot tell you that a government job always go for the certificates and all those kind of stuff, so I cannot guide you in that matter. But if you want to really get into certain company to do innovations, to become an entrepreneur, to open up your own company, you have to learn from them who is really doing the stuff you want to do. Otherwise you can never learn that subject, or even if you can learn that subject, you can never build the thing you want to build. And that is the first and foremost problem with all the engineering students. They are not learning what industry is requiring. So you have heard of certain thing called unemployment. So unemployment is not the problem of India. Like I am giving you an example. Right now I am badly required Laravel developer, right? So Laravel is a PHP framework. And if somebody is putting a CV right now, I am going to, if they have the skill, I am going to intake them within 5 minutes with a proper joining letter and all this kind of stuff. But the thing is, there is not even a single person having the proper skill in this domain. Now, if you say there is not enough jobs in the market, that is wrong. So the problem is not unemployment, the problem is unemployability. So if you think that having a BTech certificate is mandatory to get you a job, and if you have a BTech certificate, we the company employers are bound to give you job, that's absolutely vague and wrong. That's not going to work. Even if you have a master's degree, PhD degree, I don't bother about it, because your certificates, your degrees are not going to work in my company. You are going to work in my company, your skills are going to work in my company. And if in the process of getting a BTech degree, if you are not developing your skills in a proper way that can be utilized in an industry, then tell me, if you are in my position, are you going to employ your own self? I hope everybody is saying no, right? So if you cannot give yourself a job, then how other employers can give you a job, right? So by your own self, doing self-learning, getting the free resources and all those kind of stuff, or whatever you're trying to learn, like machine learning, data science, AI, app development, robotics, IoT, or combination of these technologies, always try to build projects. So if somebody come to me for any interview, I just take the CV because I need to take it for the official purpose, but I never go through it. What I go through? I go through the projects you have built, because you can write several certificate names you have got from certain institutes. But if you are writing that I have done these projects and the projects are industry credit projects, like I have built this apps in Laravel, or I have built this apps in Android, I have built these robots, then I can really talk with you. Otherwise, if you are coming up with a CV written like that I have completed a training in autonomous robotics, what should I ask? What is Arduino? How to work with Arduino? These are not important to be employed in a company. What I will ask, that I am giving you a problem statement, how you are going to solve it. Even if you want the help of Google, I can give you that help, but I want a solution. And you can only solve that problem if you have practical experience of working with that particular technology. And if you don't have it, even if you are having 10 degrees, because right now you all guys should have understand there is no preference of certificates, because certificates is right now free of cost available in internet. You can go to Coursera, you can go to MIT Courseware, you can go to any kind of platform, go through certain examinations, and they will give you a certificate. Till now it was not there, so it seems that I am paying 8,000 rupees and getting a certificate out of an institute, so it will be valuable. No, until and unless you are really doing certain projects in innovations on the certain domain, you want to get the job, or you want to do the entrepreneurship, or you want to do the research or something like that, your certificates are of no use, right? So you have to understand that if you really want to become entrepreneurs or innovators, the real thing is your skills, and that skill can be developed in two ways. If you are tremendously smart and intelligent, you can self-learn the things and do projects by your own. If you are not that much smart and intelligent, and that's not a crime, you can be an average person, and it's not like that if you're an average person your success rate will be average in life. I have seen thousands of people who are average in their brilliance or intelligence, but they have reached the superior success in their life because they are mentored, they are accompanied, they are guided by people who are super intelligent. So this intelligence and smartness is very contagious. So if you are surrounded, from our childhood, our parents used to say us one thing, that a man is known by his company. Do you know why? Can anyone tell me why it's saying like that? A man is known by his company. Anybody?
Sir, sir, can I?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So because if my company, my friends and my surroundings are positive and they are knowledgeable, then it
yeah.
will encourage me to match up, at least match up on their level, and they will encourage me to do something in my life. That's why. Uh, on the
Actually,
other, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
On the other hand, if my company is not good or bad people, then I will go on their way. That's why.
Exactly. So a great saying is there that show me your friends, I will show you your future, right? So the person, it's not about only the friends, the people around you, those people who are guiding you, mentoring you, you are just spending time with, they are influencing you. How? Through a magnetic field. So there is a thing we are working with that is called brain computer interfacing, BCI. So in that particular thing, we are reading the brain waves to understand what you're thinking. And how we can read that? Because whenever we are thinking certain things, some electric pulses are going through acetylcholine from one neuron to another neuron, and that is creating a magnetic field. So if you are surrounded by people having negative magnetic field, you will be negative. If you are having positive people around you, you will be become positive. And it's true, it's nothing philosophical, it's a scientific thing. Like if we have two magnets side by side, they either attract or repulse each other. It means they influence each other. We human being doing the same thing, and through this interaction of this magnetic field, we exchange thoughts, we exchange skills, we exchange intelligence, right? So if you are getting mentored by, if you are getting taught by people who have done what you want to do, you are inheriting from them through this magnetic field. So it's very important to have this kind of people in your life, work with them, spend time with them, because if you are spending time with them, even if you are not directly actively learning something from them, still you are learning from the vibes, and it really works. So I always try to spend time with people like whom I want to become. Like I have a mentor, Avil Roy, and I have several mentors. I spend lots of time with them, either over social media, over phone, by meeting them, because I want to become like them. And when I'm spending time with them, I'm inheriting from them, and it really happens. You can try it and you can see that if you want to become an entrepreneur, hang out with entrepreneurs. If you want to become a government employee, hang out with people who are government employee or who want to become a government employee. So build your surroundings and network in a way which can really influence you to reach somewhere where you want to really go. So these are the things. In 1 hour, it's not possible to come up with all the nitty-gritty details of entrepreneurship and innovations. So I have tried to make this session a little bit diversified, and I talk about your careers, innovation, entrepreneurship all together. Hope you like the session. If I have bored you, then I am very much sorry for this 1 hour. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I am open to it.
Thank you, sir, for these interactive and informative sessions. Now, our students or faculty members have any question, please ask to sir. So I think
Hello.
they have no question. Okay, okay.
Hello.
Yes, yes, Shubir.
Hello. Yes. So my question is to sir that at the beginning stage when we at one means at the starting stage when we start our idea we try to implement, and at that time you have to do the all the hard work on yourself, and the problem is that where means about clarification that what I am doing, is it right or wrong, because in one line is there, jotomot totomot, Like if we work together with 3-4 people, then we will get the means conclusion about our what we are trying to do, right? But the problem is at the beginning stage we are doing alone. So how can means solve that problem?
Fantastic question. Fantastic question. And that I have answered the questions in a different way throughout the session, but I am just giving you a very common example. So the time before institutional invaded India, our Indian education system was India world's number one, right? Because at that time we have a very great process of learning, that is mentor mentee, guru shishya parampara, right? Why this guru shishya parampara is very much needed right now in this entrepreneurship age? Because like you were saying, absolutely true, that when we are starting off we are absolutely alone, we are afraid, we are diversified, we are confused, so it's very dark region, right? So at that point only one people can show you light who have gone through the same darkness in their initial years. So whoever want to do innovation and entrepreneurship or this kind of thing, you have to choose a mentor, you have to choose a guru, and that guru is not like that who is earning 1,000 crore rupees today. It's not like that. The guru will be that person who have done what you want to do. Like if you want to build a robotics company, then who have built a robotics company can be your guru. You want to build a edtech company, who have built a edtech company can be your guru. And you have to reach them. How? We have a very strong tool in 21st century, that is called social media, and we are not understanding the enormous power of social media till now. That's why people are posting about their breakups, their personal life, their hangouts over LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. So this social media can be a very effective source to build your team, find your mentor, get a good job. But it's only possible when you really know how to use social media. I personally prefer all the colleges should have a dedicated class to teach students how to use social media in a proper way. Because when I have started in the first 2-3 years, I got all the work, all the clients, all the awards through social media network, because I have maintained the social media in such a way that the world can know what I am doing today. So social media is giving us power like God. So God has 3 powers: omnipresence, it means সর্ব জায়গায় বিরাজমান; omniscient, it means it can see everything, সর্বদৃষ্টমান; and omnipotent, it means সর্বশক্তিমান, right? So social media is giving us that power. You can see Manali from your Facebook timeline. A people who is sitting in Manali can see you from Manali, right? So we are getting godlike qualities through social media, but we are using social media like animals, right? So we have to change that way. If we can change that way and use the social media in a very professional way and effective way, we can get our mentors, we can talk to them, we can ping them. Maybe they are not replying you at a first message, and if you are sending like a 1-page message, they are not going to bother about reading it, because you have to understand that the attracting attention of people is an art, and if you learn that art, you can attract anybody, right? So it happens many times that I couldn't reply to a text of a person, engineering students, but I am replying to the text of a friend of that person, because there must be a attention seeking words, the way I received the message, the time I received the message, it clicked, right? So you have to understand, and you have to poke your mentor again and again until they are replying. And there is a very great way of getting attention, and I don't teach it to everybody, but still I am just giving you a theory how to get attention. It's a very simple formula. So we have to understand the behavioral psychology of social media, how the social media works. Now we have certain things in social media. One is a like button, one is share, one is comment, one is DM, direct messaging, right? So you have to start from the like. What will happen if you like someone's post? Suppose you have chosen me as a mentor, right? I'm just taking my example. Now, if you are just liking my post, I can see your name on notifications again and again every day. Next, after 2-3 days, you start commenting on my post. Now, if you are commenting congratulations, it's a very terminating thing. It means there is no tag questions, right? But if you are writing something like that, like I got a questions today that I need to reply. That sir, when you are going to come to JIS College of Engineering. Now it's a question, so I have to answer because I cannot be arrogant with people, right? And I am not an arrogant person. So if somebody is asking me question on a comment, I have to answer. So I have answered, and that's how the conversation started. Next is sharing post. Now, if you're sharing my post, I will get a notification that this person is caring about me. This person is following my post. He is trying to help me by sharing my thoughts. Now, after 5 to 6 days doing all these things, if you are DMing me, if you are sending me direct message, I am bound to reply you because you have already got the attention from my subconscious mind because I have seen your name again and again in my notification. So this is the way you can get attention of any people and let them talk to you. And after talking to you, it's about your idea, your skill set, that whether they are going to mentor you or not. That's the way you can get a mentor. And if you're starting alone, you should have a mentor. Otherwise, it's very struggleful journey.
Hello. Yeah, thank you. Because I feel I am in the right path because in LinkedIn, what you said, I am trying to do it from last few months. And sir, my another question is from what is I experienced in myself, and I started on digital marketing business. What society is called is fail. According to that, I failed, and that, but I learned a lot of things from that. But my question is that from that is when we are starting our business, we learning or gaining more knowledge, and when we already started at that time means so much working pressure, and we can't learn at that time means with the work. So how can you learn at that time?
Uh, it is very true. That's why I have told in the beginning that innovators don't become proper entrepreneurs and proper entrepreneurs don't become proper businessmen. And it's a very rare phenomena that an innovator, entrepreneur, and a good businessman all together in a same person like Elon Musk, right? So the thing is, you need to understand what you love to do. You love to make a business, you love to do digital media marketing, you love to make money, so you have to set the priority. So if you love to make money and do a business, hire other people and teach them to do digital media marketing, and they will learn furthermore and do work with you. If you want to do digital media marketing and learn more about it, then you have to get a co-founder who love to make business and make money. You will also make money, right? But you have to set the priority. That what is your priority? If learning digital media marketing is your priority, then don't try to lead the company from the front, because when you start leading the company from the front, everybody will applaud, they will clap for you, but in the long run you will understand that you are not getting enough time to learn the thing. Now, if you really give the priority to learning of that particular stuff, then you should hire someone who can get into the business, get into the real stuff, get the client, get the money, because without money, the business is not going to survive, right? So you have to either sacrifice your, so suppose you can say that, sir, I have both of the desire. I have the desire for digital media marketing, I have the desire for business. Now you have to either sacrifice one of the desires, or you have to channelize the desire in a very what do I say, very scheduled timeline, right? Like in a day, I will use 2 hours to learn digital media marketing, rest of the 22 hours for doing the business or the reverse thing, or 50-50. But in a long run, it's very difficult to manage this thing. So it's always that you have to make a choice, you have to make a priority, and you have to find a co-founder, more teammates who are having different we say it complementary skills. So there are two kind of skills. One is competitive skills, like you have digital media marketing skills, you are hiring 5 more people who are having digital media marketing skills. So this is a competitive skill, so they will compete with you. And you can suppose you are having digital media marketing skill and you are bringing people who are having business skills. So this is complementary skill. Complementary skills means, suppose you are analyzing that for running my business, I need to have A, B, C, D, these 4 skills. Now I have the B skill, so I have to get people who have this A, C, and D. So this is the team building chemistry of a startup, right? That's how you can do this stuff.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Anybody else? Any questions? Fine. So hope they are not having any questions anymore.
Thank you, Mr. Hajra. Now I am presenting a small token of appreciation to you.
Thank you so much.
1 minute, sir. Is it visible?
It's coming. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's lovely.
Okay, I will send by your mail.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay, so now I would like to request our Honorable Admin Executive Ma'am, Ms. Punita Gaba Ma'am, please give the vote of thanks for this session.
Uh, Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. So, on behalf of Narula Institute of Technology and MHRD IIC section, NiT, I would like to extend the vote of thanks to Mr. Arijit Hajra, our honorable speaker of the session today. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving such an inspiring and interactive session, I would say, uh, which was very interactive and very motivational to all our students. I hope
Thank
all
you
our
so much.
students have enjoyed a lot to your lecture today.
It's my
And
pleasure.
thank you also for guiding our students on the right path today. We would love to have more such sessions in future with you, sir.
Absolutely, ma'am.
I hope so. I would also like to thank our students and members of IIC section for attending this session and also for their active participation. So thank you. Thank you once again to all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, every students, for your so much patience.
It was
Thank you, sir,
lovely
once
to hear
again.
you, sir.
Now, madam, I end this program. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you, sir.
Bye.